Hey, Napalm here again with yet another video. This video we're going to talk about your Ascended Chaos Warrior that fights in the Crusade for you. For example, for those that don't know, you can see here your Crusade champions that you've got built. I've got several of different, all from various different alignments. And basically what I do every time is I try to give my guy the absolute best gear, and it actually might be a little bit silly. You can see here, this guy's been doing all right. He's got 5 kills, 5 deaths, which is, not bad considering usually Chaos Warriors just get destroyed. I got another guy here, 4 kills, 6 deaths. Let's take a look. This is actually interesting. It's the first time I'm seeing some of this. Let's go to my 33 guy. 3 kills, 5 deaths. As I get lower and lower, you can see that not all my guys do very well. See 0 and 7. 0 and 7. I refined my method for gearing up my guys. This guy did alright. 2 and 5. 0.4 KD. This is not bad, because normally nobody ever dies to these guys. They're pretty easy to kill. So the fact that my guys have any kills at all is pretty good, actually. But normally, I think that when you get higher in the levels, people just know how to kill them so easily. So let's talk about a couple ideas. Initially, what I was doing was I was just gearing up my guy as best I can. Now I'm level 43, 53 rather. And you'll see that the currently equipped gear I have is 55. Let's go to the armor. 57 I have. 52, but it's epic. I just got that out of a chest. I had 55 purples, but 52 epic is actually better. 56 purple. So all my stuff is at least 3 levels higher than me. Okay, so now basically there's 2 lines of thinking that I have in regards to your Chaos Warrior, because your Chaos Warrior actually gives you Crusade points based on how strong he is, which effectively comes down to how much money you've dumped into your character. So for example, right now I have the Epic Voidstone Blade of the Arcane. The runes in it are weapon runes of magic. If I threw 3 runes of the Titan, I would get more points than if I have these runes of magic. Same thing with, well, yeah, you can just look right here. Throwing in runes of the Tower and runes of the Titan, those are going to give you more Crusade points. And if I, let's say, level 5'd all my gear, if I upgraded, I would get even more points. And lastly, if I use the most expensive spells, if I used, for example, Transmutate, Confuse, Black Hole, Meteor Storm, and what's the last one? Maybe Crystal Storm, I guess. If I use all of those fully upgraded, that's how you'll get the most Crusade points. And if you look at the people sitting on the throne this week, ones that shows who has the strongest Crusade character, basically they all have the same spells equipped, and they all have the same runes in their weapons, and basically they're following this method. So that's the one method, making your guy the most point worthy. Now, the second method, which is what I've been doing, is making your Chaos Warrior that gets sent into the world the strongest he can possibly be to try and get more kills. Now, this really doesn't help you out. I think my guys have generated like 400 Crusade points or something, which is, I don't even know what that does. I don't even know what it's for, but it definitely increases the length of my EPness. So I'm going to show you some thoughts. Now, initially what I was doing was I was just like, I don't care about the runes. I'm just going to rune my guy up for whatever I'm going to do the next run, which is probably Ring of the Bones, which means I'm going to put all dodge runes into my guy, which may be helping them. It might be helping them. It might be hard to hit them. But what I'd like to propose to you today is another method. And this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and buy some ruins. I'm gonna make an anti-magic character, and let's see how this does. So I'm gonna buy these. Oh wait, these are dark spells. Yeah, I'm gonna go four of these. So this will make my guy 100% impervious to Meteor Storm, which I think is the #1 way to kill an Ascended Warrior. And let's just load these up. Let's go Rune of Extinguish. Yep. Go to the next one. Epic Supreme Gauntlets. This was a nice find, by the way. Let's give it 2 of those. Now, as soon as I ascend, I'm just going to erase these. But they weren't expensive. They were only 2 grand a piece, and I'm making tons of money from farming now, so non-issue, really. Let's back up. Let's go to boots. This is plus health. I'm not going to use that anyways, so just have no problem overwriting that. Okay. Now, with the sword. Now, normally all my swords have plus speed because I like to have a really fast hitting club, actually. I don't even like swords because swords are kind of medium speed. This time what I'm going to go with is, and thank God it came with it. It came with 3 weapon rune of magic. Because frankly, I think that Chaos Warriors can't kill with the sword. I think the only way for them to get steady kills is with magic. So putting 3 plus 10% magic runes in your weapon, I think is really the only way to go. And following up with this method, I think what you want to do is pick the spells that are going to be most effective. And what I believe those are is going to be fully upgraded Ionized Bolt. And all these low-level spells are not that expensive. So a fully upgraded Ionized Bolt, a fully upgraded Frost Bolt, fully upgraded Fireball, and then a fully upgraded Seekers. These are basically your 4 pew-pew magic spells that you want to use, as well as Meteor Storm, because Meteor Storm is just freaking deadly. Not only that, but when your guy casts Meteor Storm, the AI tends to sit in it, and that is the only smart thing that the AI PvP does, because while it's sitting in the Meteor Storm, the AI shoots the Ionized Bolt, the Frost Bolt, the Fireball, and the Seekers. And so if they're fully upgraded, they're going to do lots of damage. As well as if you have that sword that's giving plus 30% on top of that, your guy now does pretty good damage. And this affects all characters. No matter, and like what I mean by that is if the character is +5 or -5 levels from you, it's still going to do lots of damage. If you're trying to go through the angle of plus armor and plus attack damage, well, what happens when you're fighting a guy that's, let's say, 10 levels higher than you and his armor is just way above yours, your sword's not going to really do anything, and then you're just pooch. There's nothing you can do. Your AI is not going to do any damage to him. He's just going to get killed. So I think going with magic is the safe bet. And going with these spells is probably the best strategy going, I feel, because I've fought at least 500-600 of these AIs, and from what I can tell, I think this is the best strategy. And these are the guys that tend to do the most damage to me, except for guys that are way higher level. So I definitely go with that. Back to the inventory. You can see that I prepared my guy to be anti-meteor strike. You know what? I might just throw in some, let's see, should I go anti-chain lightning or anti-black hole? I find the black hole tends to just knock the guy down. It doesn't really stun him in place as bad as chain lightning or meteor storm does. So perhaps I'm going to grab 2 of these. We're going to go into the inventory to boots as 1, gauntlets as 2. So it's got 100% now. Let's throw, oh, I hate to get rid of that armor, but I'm going to do it anyways because later on I'm going to throw a dodge in there. So, okay, let's throw a dodge. And let's throw a grounding. Let's throw another grounding. So right now I have 100% fire resist, 50% lightning resist. My armor is not as crazy as it could be. I'm sure if I threw all armor of Tower of the Runes, I'd have like 4,000 armor or something, and he might be a little bit harder to kill with the sword, but I mean, you know how you get stunned in place, so never mind that. I think this is going to work. I'll have to follow up with this because this is just an idea at this point. I'm going to have to see how this guy does. But this is how I'm going to have him equipped for my Ascend. It should be noted that later on, after I get up towards like 55, 56, out of the daily legendary chest, I'm going to be getting armor and gauntlets, etc. Well, I've already got the gauntlets and boots that have 2 sockets. And when you have 2 sockets on 4 pieces of armor, that's 8 sockets in total, you should be able to fully equip your guy with anti, meteor storm, anti chain lightning to the max. He'll have a weakness against black hole. Maybe you could do 50 of chain lightning, 50% of dark resist, or whatever the other resist is. Okay, so that's my idea. That's what I'm gonna go with. We'll see how it goes. And basically, those are the 2 methods of, or the 2 lines of thinking about how to upgrade your Chaos Warrior right before you're ascending. And I mean right when you're in the you're picking your legacy items and everything. Even before you pick your legacy items, or else you can't actually you can't put these runes in, and then you'll be screwed. Okay. So yeah, just in case I didn't mention, remember that you want to be gearing yourself up. I'm level 53, about to ascend. I went on a gear run, which I posted in my previous video. I went and got all +3 gear, or in one case of these Astro looking boots, I went and bought those right off the market because I have plenty enough money. I guess one last thing, if you're going to upgrade your armor, for example, this has only been upgraded once, what you can do is upgrade and repair now before you ascend, and then go through all that. In fact, I'm going to do that with this weapon right now. Ooh, 18,000, that hurts. Well, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm just going to go ahead and do that and upgrade all this stuff. It should be noted that I am running durability boost all the time, so my gear never fails. So I don't really need to do that, and upgrading something like this is going to be ridiculously expensive. And since I'm kind of saving up for when I'm going to transcend, I think I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep buying durability boosts and let this stuff sit at 17%. So yeah, those are my ideas. If you're a lower level, I recommend probably upgrading your gear, because it's usually only like 5,000, 6,000, and it's cheaper and it makes sense compared to running durability boosts. But when you get too high, then never mind. Okay, so that's basically it. If you run this strategy, let me know how it goes for you. Let's see if it's as effective as I think it is. And good luck out there. Happy hunting.